So I got a wild story for you. You know, a few years ago, give it some time maybe, my roommate was in the hospital for a good while. So he was nervous to have me living alone. So he let his former roommate stay over here. And it was definitely a bit of a wild time. Um, People were coming in and out of the house. You know, we were playing music, me trying to learn guitar with them. Cool times. I even got a guitar in my closet. He said he belonged to his rabbi, which may or may not be true. But, it used to belong to him. And, it's a black and white Strat. I traded my Ibanez electric acoustic for it. It's never something I really picked up that well. But, man, we were running a tattoo shop out of my friend's bedroom. And people were coming in, getting pierced. The ladies were always hanging out over here. I remember one time, this guy came over, didn't even know his name. And I wasn't doing the tattoo work. I wasn't tatting anybody. They even offered me a prison-style tat. And I'm like, I don't know if that's a good idea, because I didn't think they changed the needles. And come to find out, they didn't. That's what I heard. I don't know. But, truth be told, I saw this guy chill out here. And they had a tattoo on his knuckles. And it said, yuck foo. Like, really? That's what it said. And I thought, maybe it's cool, maybe it's not. But, my friend would tell wild stories. Claim he was a veteran when he wasn't. And that's what I heard. I don't really know the truth there either. But, he said that some stories about my roommate, said some stories about a lot of the people. And, man, just some wild times. He said he knew a chick so crazy that she did unspeakable things. So, and it was so wild, I don't think I should repeat it right now. So, when you got random people living on your couch, what are you to do? And, we stopped doing that here. When I moved here, I was sleeping on a hospital bed in the living room. Simply because that was my roommate's office. And, I cleared out that office. I got a room. Rent's pretty cheap. I'm saving my money. Now I have nothing to worry about. So, I remember I had this one guy always in and out of here. Sometimes sleeping behind the Walmart when he was in this area. He was always acting eccentric, high off his ass. I didn't have any part of that. But, man, I remember he just couldn't do much at all. He was driving us crazy. Every time we'd let him live here, sometimes he'd show up here with no ID. I think one time he showed up here wearing a bathrobe by hitchhiking. And he was all over the place, campy as everything. And, always bothering us, always lashing out. Sometimes funny as everything. Sometimes he'd make you laugh, but say this. Like, I literally drove him to Gainesville, paid for a bus ticket, put him on a Greyhound, and never looked back. I mean, I had to stay at the bus station at this like little rinky-dink gas station in Gainesville, Georgia. And I was watching him all the time because I like wasn't going to get on the bus. Like, he was that spaced out of a person, just in general. So we put him on this bus. He calls us up, always asking money for a pizza or whatever, just living out of state under some bridge. And so it's kind of wild. And I remember being like, telling him one time, he kept calling, asking to move here, live here. I mean, this is what happens when you let people sleep on your couch. So I told him, hey, if you show up here, I'm putting you in my Lincoln and driving you to East Palestine, Ohio. And I'm leaving you there. And this is like a month or two after that whole city was, contaminated by random chemicals from some plant breaking down. It's toxic to live there. By the way, that's Moses. You can say hey to him. But he didn't even know what it was. He was just happy to be there. Peace.